So, what is up? It is the weekend, and here I am doing absolutely nothing. I ordered some parts for my car to get here on Friday, and they didn't make it here. So now I gotta wait till Tuesday. I did order some stuff off of Amazon. I ordered the Vantrue N4 dash cam, which is a 3-channel dash cam. Pretty cool. However, I can't use the rear camera because obviously I can't put it in my rear window because that all goes down in the trunk whenever I put the top down. And I can't put it in the trunk because the trunk opens in reverse while it's putting the top down. So I don't want any wires to get smashed. So basically I just shoved it under the passenger headrests in the rear so that it's just like another forward-facing camera. Another thing I did was take the front window tint off because that shit was just way too dark, you know? The tint in that vehicle is so dark that at night I can't even see out of it. I gotta roll down the windows or ride it with the top down, or else, you know, it's just a guessing game on whether I'm gonna run into vehicles, switching lanes, you know what I'm saying? I tried to plan something out, but, you know, I always wait till the last minute, and things don't work out for me, and unfortunately, here I am, stuck on a Sunday, doing nothing. On Valentine's Day, for that matter, doing nothing. Doing absolutely nothing on Valentine's Day. Besides talking to a camera. What ended up happening is, like, I was going to ride the bike for a while I was working on the car. That way I could take the car apart once and just leave it there and then ride my bike around, right? Makes sense. However, I got a flat tire on my bike and it's kind of out of commission. Anyway, so another story with my motorcycle. I got hit out here on my motorcycle. Luckily, it was just at a stoplight. Dude in front of me, you know, throws it in reverse and starts backing up at the stoplight while I'm on my bike, you know, and literally puts his his rear bumper over my front tire, and like the back end of the car lifts up onto my bike, onto my front tire. So his car was getting supported by my front tire. And, you know, I started yelling at dude or whatever, and then he pulled over, and turns out it's a kid, you know what I'm saying? He's like maybe 16, 17 years old, probably just got his license or whatever. And, you know, he's offering me money and stuff. And I was like, nah, man, just forget it. I just told him, I was like, look, use your rear view mirrors. Do not back up, you know, when a bike's behind you because they don't have reverse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuck right now with the flat tire. I was actually thinking about retiring it and just stop riding it altogether. Maybe even sell it. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, then again, like a week ago, I was also thinking I wanted a Harley. So it's like, you know, I don't know where I'm going to go with that. I don't want another bike. They're not the safest way to get around. When you look at like the stats for cars and, you know, like basically every other mode of transportation, a bike usually ends up in death. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally off the chart when you look at like the stats for it. And I've been lucky that I've not, besides getting hit by that guy, that's the only time. And, you know, like I said, I've drove around the country before, so it's like, I've had a lot of time on my bike, and I got lucky with it, basically, you know? I was talking to a dude over here the other day, how in 1 year he got into 3 wrecks. He said, like, the first wreck, he, like, literally flew over the handlebars because the dude pulled out in front of him, you know? And that's something that I'm not really wanting to happen to me. And, you know, like, I ride my bike like an idiot most of the time. Like, I get a lot of people complaining on my channel because I don't wear gloves. Like, what you guys don't know is that I don't even wear a helmet, to be honest. Like, around here in Arizona, helmets aren't required. I don't wear one. I know wearing a helmet is the right thing to do. It's the smart thing to do. But, you know, like, it's from my lack of getting into a wreck on bikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never, like, in my vehicles, I should say, I've gotten into plenty of wrecks. And I remember the last time I got into a wreck, well, it was a couple wrecks ago, actually. I had gotten into a head-on collision with the vehicle going around a corner. Now, this was another kid, you know what I'm saying, probably texting on his phone, wasn't paying attention, pulls into my lane, hits me head-on. Now, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And literally the only thing that saved me was the airbag. And, like, even the airbag, you know, like, my face, like, my teeth basically hit the goddamn steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that definitely couldn't have been good for my mouth, you know? But other than that, like, no scratches, no marks on my body. So after that, I started wearing my seatbelt because it's like, hey, it's just safer to wear your seatbelt. You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, I started wearing my seatbelt, which is good, because about a month later, in my Miata, driving down the interstate, a truck runs into me. So I'm driving down the interstate, and I can't see him because he's like right off my peripheral vision. So I can't tell, like, I know he's there, but it's like I can't like see when he's getting closer to me. And what he does is the front end of his vehicle hits the rear end of my Miata. And like his lug nuts are literally tearing into my rims, you know, and I got these aluminum rims on, and, you know, when it was all said and done, like I could see the gashes in it. But he's pushing me off the side of the interstate, and nothing I can do. I have to steer right, because if I try to go straight, or definitely if I try to turn left, what's going to end up happening is he's going to T-bone me, literally run me over. You know what I'm saying? Because Miatas are pretty small cars. And he runs me off the road, and driving through the grass, trying to dodge a concrete sign that has two concrete pillars holding this sign up. Now my plan is to like try to go right between them. But on grass, your vehicle definitely doesn't, especially Miata with street tires, it does not handle very well. So I don't have the control that I need to be able to accomplish this. I come so close, I'm telling you, I come within inches of straight up dodging everything, but the front end of my car clipped that thing, and luckily this time I was wearing my seatbelt, and you know, airbag came out and everything, helped me out a little bit too. But you know, my car hits that sign and, you know, spins around 360. I don't know how many 360s it did, but you know, it straight up flipped my car around, and you know, just totally destroyed my Miata. And of course, you know, the truck driver takes off, and I'm stuck there waiting to go to work. You know, the vice president from my company came and picked me up. You know what I'm saying? Because just stuff like that happens to me a lot, it seems like. Okay. Now, I will end up taking my car out to the desert, get some cool video, right? So, but before that, it's story time. You guys are in luck, because today's story is going to be about fixing my vehicles when they break down. Now, I'm like MacGyver when it comes to fixing vehicles. One day, I was stuck up in West Virginia, up in the mountains. It was freezing, you know, snow, everything. Trying to get back down to North Carolina, right? So I was in a Camaro, and the pulley had broke on it. And I didn't want to leave my Camaro in the mountains, obviously, and it was too far to be towed. Now, I will always, at all costs, try to avoid towing my vehicle or having somebody else work on it, unless it's something that I don't feel like doing. But anyway, I'm here stuck in the mountains. I'd spent the night trying to think of, like, what am I gonna do, stuff like that. Luckily, I had a can of raviolis, Chef Boyardee, thank you, Chef Boyardee, but I had a can of raviolis in my vehicle, and just a little punch that I'd made in college. This thing is like 1 inch thick, and it comes to a really sharp point, right? So anyway, I eat the raviolis, very tasty, and I take the can, and I fashion a pulley out of it, and I ended up using that raviolis can to get my vehicle from West Virginia, the mountains of West Virginia, down to North Carolina, like literally 30 minutes away from where I live. I think my vehicle ended up breaking down again in Greensboro, North Carolina, but that's okay, because that's literally right next to where I live anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I just called one of my friends, hey, come pick me up, you know what I'm saying, which is exactly what happened. I think we went up to the auto parts store, got, the real deal, and installed it. But anyway, there's another time. Here we go. So, this is my everyday carry right here. This is my belt. Pretty simple belt. You can see how stylish it is. But this belt has come in handy quite a few times. So, one time in my vehicle, and the clutch cable snaps. So now I can't shift because, I basically have no clutch. So what I ended up doing was tying one end of the clutch cable that was attached to the clutch still to this right here. I run this out through the hood, through the window, and I end up manually pulling this and then shifting with the other hand every time I want to change gears. Now, obviously it's not safe because I don't have no hands left to hold the steering wheel, but it definitely gets me home. Well, it did get me home. And I think I ended up replacing that clutch cable. But anyway, this belt comes in handy a lot. I've used it to strap a pizza to the back of my bike, which is awesome.
Continue for 33 miles.
Hi, how you doing? Alright. Awesome, thanks a lot. Yeah, no problem.
Car, by the way.
Alright, thanks.
That's nice.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you later. Okay, so I got a couple parts in the other day. One of them was the VRSF charge pipe, and the other was a HKS blow-off valve. I'm gonna let you listen to this thing now. It sounds pretty sick.